Hey y'all, so last week I asked a question and my talk to me question was, who's responsible for your happiness in a relationship? And from all the comments that I got, it's as though we all came to a consensus, and I could not agree more. Most people said that ultimately that individual is responsible for their own happiness and not their partner when they're in a relationship. And I completely agree with that. See, the thing is, we cannot leave our happiness in the hands of another human being. Absolutely not. Because if our happiness is so conditioned, like when he does this, then it makes me happy. When she does this, it makes me happy. So then what happens when they don't do that thing? What happens when they don't behave in the way that you want them to behave? Then what? You go into a place of depression, you go into a space of isolation. That in itself is not good for our mental. So it is so important to make your happiness your personal responsibility. It's so imperative that we make ourselves happy. So find what brings you ultimate joy. Bible tells us that the joy of the Lord is our strength. So what is that thing that literally makes you happy? I mean, let's be practical. Is it painting? Is it reading? Is it writing? Is it going out with your friends? Is it praying? Whatever brings you joy, make sure you maintain that. Because even for my single ladies, even when you get into marriage, you cannot go into marriage with the mindset of, this man is going to be my savior, this man is going to be my saving grace. That should not be your thing. And I believe that's something that I had to learn as a single, is that in my single years, I really worked on myself. There was a time where I wasn't dating for years. I really wanted to understand who Miata was. You know, what Miata would take in a relationship, what Miata needed to work on, what character traits I needed. I literally took time to study myself. I took time to discover my likes and my wants, because I want to be that Proverbs 31 woman for my husband. Ultimately, I want to be a safe haven for him. I don't want it to be a situation where he gets into a relationship with this angry woman who is still dealing with, all the issues from my past, whether it's daddy issues, whether it's my past relationships, and have this man come in and have to handle all of that. So I wanted to really make sure, like, my posture every day when I was praying to the Lord and believing in him for a mate was, God, make me to be a wise and understanding woman. God, make me to be that Proverbs 31 woman. Make me to be the better version. Make me to be all that you have called Miata to be. And women, I just want to encourage you all, like, let's just, continue on in that posture of getting to know ourselves. That was literally my assignment, during that time when I was interceding and praying to the Lord to bless me with a partner. I was praying, like, God, deal with me. Look inside of me. Any and everything in me that does not look like you, or that does not reflect your will for me, the woman that you created me to be. Call it out. And man, did he call it out. There were so many things in my character that was flawed, and I had to work on it. And one of the things that I did have was this flawed mentality that my husband was ultimately going to be my saving grace. And all the daddy issues that I had, all the ex-boyfriend issues that I had, he was going to come and solve it all. Absolutely not. I had to deal with that in the altar of prayer. I had to deal with that with the Lord. And he had to search me through and through and get those things out. Those character defaults, he had to take it out. So ladies, I'm just encouraging you that let's get it together. And so ladies, I just want to encourage us that we just get it together. And if I am speaking to a single lady, I want to encourage you to also do the same. Do the same. Go to the Lord in prayer. Write down what you want in your future partner. Write down what it means to be a wife. What does a wife look like? What does the Proverbs 31 woman look like? What has God created you to be like? Write those things down and ask the Lord to begin to conform you into being that woman that he has called you to be. And don't let your happiness be in the hands of someone else. Absolutely not. They did not create you. They cannot make you happy. It is not their responsibility. It's your responsibility to make yourself happy. You got to find your own happy space. All right. So thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all for sending in your response. As always, I really, really, truly appreciate it. Please keep it coming. This week is going to be awesome. We're going to talk about how to normalize purity. You ready?